All right, what is up, guys? So today, nothing super complicated. We're just gonna work out my arms, and nothing super fancy. I think I'm gonna do. Oh man, I think I'm gonna do hammer curls because that'll be good for my forearms as well. Hammer curls, then just regular, probably cable curls on the machine over there, and then tricep rope pull down and push down. Those always seem to work pretty well for me. So again, trying to take it slower, but at this time, I mean, I feel like I want to push it pretty hard, but I might not go as heavy as I usually do. So we'll keep it pretty clean, simple a day, cardio. My forearms are one of those things that if I don't get them warmed up properly, it feels like I could easily pull a muscle in there. So I felt pretty good. I think I'm gonna go 4 sets on these. And honestly, it's this is one of these workouts where when I'm working on my arms, especially with dumbbells, I go individually, yes, and I always keep track. I know I always start with my right hand, and so my left hand is, as long as I finish my last rep with my left hand, I know I've done an even amount of reps. Because oftentimes I'll just get into it and it'll go from, yes, I'm counting my reps to I'm just like so dialed in. And because of just how much it sometimes hurts, like burn, I kind of just lose track and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going until I can't anymore. I know as long as I finish with my left, I'm good. So, but I don't think we're gonna go anything that crazy today. I think we'll stick maybe 30s, maybe 40s if we're feeling it, but nothing super crazy. I felt pretty good. I feel like my forearms are not as developed as they need to be, so I do this while working on my biceps. I like the hammer curls, inverse, reverse curls are good too, but I like working on the cables or these kind of isolated forearm workouts where I'll do it today and I'll show you guys. But I just hold on to the cable and I just flex this motion where I get all of my forearm, and that's been helping. I notice a lot of my workouts where I need to, or at least when I've done it in the past, the workouts that require a lot more of like my forearm strength, gripping strength, so deadlifts, like walking lunges with weights, it gets easier to do that, but in the moment it freaking hurts. I think we can step it up to the 40s. Oh, shoot. I honestly lost track of count there. Again, I remember I definitely did 5, and then after that I just blanked out and I was like, okay, we're just gonna keep going. But I keep feeling a little, every time I go with my right hand, I feel a little pull right in here, so I'm gonna try and be careful with that. What I really need to do also is find a way to get my microphone in a more ideal spot, because I feel like I was editing my first video earlier, and I listening to the audio every time I shifted. I mean, my mouth, the distance between my mouth and the microphone changes, and so sometimes it gets louder and sometimes it gets softer, and I'm like, I need to find a way to balance that out where it's a consistent. And I'm thinking the only way I can do it is if I were able to wear a hat, but because ever since I got dreadlocks, I really can't, not a whole lot of hats fit me. Beanies will, but hats really don't. The only other thing I can think of is like putting on a bandana and using that instead. I'm trying to be creative with my camera angles here, so just be patient with me. Oh, man. I couldn't find the straight bar that I wanted. It's very much similar to this, but it's just all straight, and I don't like the padded one, so I'm gonna stay and use this one. Ooh. Feels pretty good. It's kind of an extension movement, honestly. I think I'm gonna cheat on it a little bit. I'm gonna do an extension rather than like a push down. And then I'm curious to see how my arms will do here. I've not done this in a while. So I'm gonna start with the extension movement part of it. And then I'm almost gonna like superset right into the push down, because you have more power when you're going like this from your triceps rather than extended out. You don't have anything, you're not pushing right underneath. And so I think we'll try it. I completely forgot. Oh man, that hurts. Oh, wow. I gotta say, love the feeling, but dang. I feel like I dramatically throw myself off the weights once I'm done, but it's just because once all that tension is released, you can really, really feel it. And I just feel like flopping all over, but I may be coming off a little bit too dramatic. Oh, feels good. So I think we're good. We'll do 4 sets, call it good, and then we'll see. I'm not really feeling this bar. I feel like I might even be willing to compromise for the padded one just because it's more straight. I'm not a big fan of how this one curves for biceps. Plus, I don't feel it as well in my wrists. So I think we'll change it out. Come on. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember what set I'm on, honestly. Um, I think we're on set 3. This is gonna be 3. So I was gonna say, if I don't remember where I stopped, I just go from where the last point I know I was at, and I know I did too. So know what? In the name of playing around with camera angles, I'm gonna try this, see how this looks. And if it looks horrible, you know what? Y'all can let me know. I can barely see myself, the camera's far away. Soon I'm gonna go lighter because I really do not like this rubber attachment. You know what? We're just gonna stick the same weight. Honestly, I don't even know what I was doing there. I did like a mix of half reps, pushed through full reps. So honestly, the first kind of few people I ever saw do something kind of like this, I used to do a lot more free weights with my, when it came to my forearms, and those worked, yes, but I really, really love how the isolation on this movement, now you can do it from the top or the bottom, kind of more of a, like, all you gotta do is just like curl your wrist in. Now you can do it from the bottom where you're curling the wrist and your arm is just straightened down. I like this variation, and I've seen a few people, Sam Sulik does it, or at least I've seen him do it, and I really like the isolation it gives. Ramon does it also, so yeah, I don't know. And the idea, honestly, is to keep constant tension on your forearm and just really just curl your wrist in a comfortable and natural movement, because don't try and force anything that feels unnatural. Otherwise, you would just risk injuring yourself. And I feel like I got a lot of long limbs. I just have long limbs, and so I feel like filling out muscle in some parts of that can be really difficult. Like my forearm's not super developed compared to the rest of my arm. Like you can kind of tell, like there's my forearm, it's flat. Then my biceps and tricep area kind of bulges out a little bit. And I mean, that's natural, but you can kind of tell it looks disproportional, is what I mean to say. And so movements like this kind of have been a real game changer for me, actually. My forearms have been getting a lot stronger, at least when I incorporate them. And I can notice some size difference. So I've been really enjoying these. But right now I'm just warming them up, make sure everything feels good. Everything felt good there, so we're gonna go to 70, and then I gotta see how this feels. I will say 100 pounds is a lot heavier. Everything feels, I love how it feels so tight. I love how when I get a good pump in, everything feels phenomenal. And then give me an hour after I leave the gym, and I feel like it's like I just inflated it with air and then it just all deflated. And I'm like, oh, well, whatever. Oh. All right, so we're gonna see how this works, but I needed somewhere to put my microphone, and since I don't have anywhere else, I just put it in one of my locks. But we're gonna see how physique looks like right now. I weighed in this morning at 260, so as much as I'm on a bulk and I'm trying to put on muscle, I do have a lot of body fat on me. You can kind of tell from the sides and all that, but so hopefully that'll all, we're gonna just work on putting on muscle, but shaving that down, but oh man, I can't even vacuum properly. That hurt everything right in here. But arms are looking okay, decent. We can definitely put some more size on. But yeah, I'm a lot chubbier right now than I need to be, but that'll be something that over time will change. I mean, I'll probably keep doing more of these just so that you guys can also keep up with kind of like the step by step and how the progress is going. But 260 was the weigh in this morning, and that was me dry, no food, nothing like that. So definitely on the heavier side for sure, but what can you do other than work on it, right? Um, Otherwise, goal would be to maintain as much mass as possible, but get lean. So by the time I'm looking decent and everything looks pretty good, I'll probably be anywhere between 230 and maybe 220. Um, so So we're back at the house, and all I'm gonna do, I was way too lazy to try and bring out the camera and hook it up on my microphone and all that fun stuff. So I'm just gonna record this outro on my phone, but pretty much just gonna make a protein shake and at least get something in my body, get some protein in my body, and then just go about the rest of our day. But otherwise, guys, again, with these first few videos, I'm trying to get a feel for how, you know, what people want to see, what people want to watch, what you guys don't want to see. So let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, honestly, that's it for today. Well, I'll catch you guys in the next one, but peace out.